December 17th, 1944. Near Clairvaux, Luxembourg. Nazi forces begin the second day of a daring offensive to end the war on the Western Front. In response, Colonel Hurley Fuller of the U.S. 110th sends 2 infantry companies and a company of Stuart tanks to relieve Americans trapped in the nearby village of Marnoch. But they do not get very far before they come under attack themselves. Their efforts fail.
It's like an economy car smashing with a Mack truck. They're just overwhelmed by the power of the German military forces at this stage.
At company headquarters in Marnoch, Sergeant J.J. Kuhn and the dwindling forces of B Company and its wounded still hold out for rescue or reinforcement. When a German tank rams the front door, German soldiers rush in. And force Kuhn and the last of B Company into surrender. With the fall of Marnoch, Fuller readies Clairvaux for an imminent attack.
Clairvaux has now begun to transition, a very unhappy transition, from a rear area headquarters and R&R town to now the epicenter of the battle.
From his command post at the Clairvaux Hotel, he positions men in the castle, which overlooks the southern approaches to Clairvaux. German artillery continues to fall on the Americans. Fuller does not realize that it is being controlled from nearby. Even as the Americans move into new defensive positions, the 2 German forward observers can call artillery down in response. As Fuller's men scramble, Colonel Meinrad von Lockhart arrives on the outskirts of town with tanks and targets the American-occupied castle. But the thick walls hold as they had for centuries. Von Lockhart is frustrated. In order to get back on schedule, he must take Clairvaux quickly to secure the roads needed for the German advance. But he does not want to send his tanks into town.
Von Lockhart is an experienced officer. He knows that an urban environment will negate the tank's maneuverability and speed. And what is worse, behind every corner, there can be an Allied tank.
Von Lockhart sends his infantry troops into town instead. They are to scout ahead for American tanks and clear resistance. As German soldiers move into Clairvaux, American snipers in the castle take aim. The Germans tried to disrupt the sniper fire, but the shells do little damage. However, with their overwhelming numbers, German troops bypass the fortress and fight their way toward the command post in the Clairvaux Hotel. Fuller's 110th has delayed the German push towards Bastogne for 2 days. But his men have paid a heavy price.
Well, the numbers are the numbers. Most of these American formations are outnumbered anywhere from about 2 to 1 to 10 to 1, depending upon where we're talking about. We get help in 3 hours or something, we might hold out for that, but that's really not the situation here.
Colonel Fuller knows he cannot delay much longer. He calls General Coda and asks for reinforcements or permission to fall back to set up a new defensive line. Both requests are denied. Coda is unequivocal. Hold at all costs. Nobody comes back.